Alright, so we got an official clip about a few weeks before the launch of the whole Summer of Steven event. And oh boy, am I excited. Because this not only is something really cool and something we've wanted to see since the episode in Season 1 for Steven's Lion, the third part, or whatever the hell they called that episode, I can't remember. And yeah, we finally get the introduction of another new gem, Bismuth, which is a character we have wanted to see since Season 1. We're finally getting Bismuth in somewhere during the Summer of Steven event, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited because, one, we finally get some fan theories and finally get to see Bismuth, even though technically we saw her in Lapis's flashback, and I'll get to that in a minute. But also, it now leads to some interesting questions. First off, let's talk about Bismuth herself in the episode clip. In the clip, we see that Bismuth is this huge, hulking warrior who, if I'm not mistaken, I think her voice actress is the same person who voiced, I can't remember the character's name. But yeah, she played a whale. The voice actress, I think she played the whale in The Misadventures of Flapjack. I could be wrong, but I think that's her. Again, I could be totally wrong, but I think that's the voice actress for, what was the name? Gloria the whale, right? I think it was. I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, and I like the character design of Bismuth. I think it's really cool, and it looks like the story's going to be centered around her realizing, oh shit, I've been asleep for 5,000 years. How wonderful! And now it's kind of like the Captain America thing, where Bismuth has been asleep this whole time, and now she's got to realize, nearly all of my friends are dead, and I literally have no one to be around except these 4 people, and the world has vastly changed. And yeah, we won the war, but what caused it? What did Rose do to end it? Also, side note, when they go back to the battlefield, and this is something I've always wanted to talk about of just how clever it is. The field, apparently that battlefield with all the strawberries in there is probably the last battle between Homeworld and the Crystal Gems. And in that battlefield, it's covered in strawberries. Now, the reason I bring this up is because there's a song by the Beatles called Strawberry Fields, which is actually a very allegory-type song for war and the cause of it. So, that's really smart, Rebecca Sugar. That is a nice little Beatles reference right there. That is a nice little reference to the Beatles. And I never picked up on it until the Rose's Scabbard episode. And I've always forgotten to talk about it, but I always thought that was really clever. That's a clever reference to the Beatles. Anyway, getting back to Bismuth. Now, the big thing with Bismuth is that we first kind of saw her being the one who more or less ruined Lapis's life. So I can't wait for Lapis to meet the person who trapped her on Earth, put her through quintessentially, the start of her pathway down to hell. So Lapis is going to have a fun time meeting her. If you thought she was salty towards Peridot, I'm pretty sure she's going to be very salty towards Bismuth as well. Probably even more so. So that's the thing, is that, Bismuth is probably the one who caused Lapis to be here in the first place. So, yeah, you better be prepared for that, Bismuth. The other thing is that now that Bismuth is here, she, again, kind of bringing up the whole Captain America thing where she's, the war's won, she wasn't there. And also, this brings up the other big question of, what was she doing in Lion's Mane? Why, out of all the other gems, why was she spared? Why was she bubbled into Lion's Mane? And maybe this can answer some questions about Lion himself. Maybe she can answer, what the hell's Lion? And what was his connection to Rose? Because we still don't know that answer. And again, I bring up, why were you bubbled out of everyone? If that universe is so vast inside Lion's Mane, why didn't she bubble more gems? Unless, and hear me out, of course, Bismuth, and this is just a theory I have. This is just kind of the working theory I'm kind of going on, and follow me on it, because this is kind of like a really out there theory, but at the same time you could see it happen in this kind of show. Here's a theory I got. Maybe Bismuth did something that Rose didn't approve of. it's kind of hinted at Rose did some nasty shit during the war, and was kind of, we don't know what happened, at the end of the war between the Crystal Gems and Homeworld, because as you saw, the Homeworld gems hauled ass out of Earth during the end of the war, because we don't know what kind of weapon Rose used to, quintessentially end the war, and it caused, like, literally almost the entire army outside of, Garnet, Pearl, and Amethyst, and Rose to be the last Crystal Gems. So, that's the big thing here, is that I'm wondering, did Bismuth do, again, if Lion was so, had such a vast mane, if his dimension inside of his mane is so vast, why didn't Rose bubble more? And further question, did Bismuth do something that Rose didn't approve of? Did Bismuth do something like, did she kill someone, or a lot of people, or did she, cause some collateral damage that got a lot of humans killed? That's the big question, is that we don't know that. All we've seen of this character is a minute preview, so I don't really have much to go on, but it could be that maybe she caused some collateral damage, or she doesn't care about the humans the same way. She could be very much like Jasper in the sense that she's this big hulking warrior who doesn't really give a shit about, the ends justify the means kind of character, as well as this character who more or less is just kind of in it for the fighting than it is the actual cause. That could be the case. Again, don't know, because I'm kind of working on a 1-minute clip, and we're going to have to wait till the actual episode premieres, but hey, it's kind of fun talking about theories, now that we finally see Bismuth. Anyway, so, what else did I want to talk about this? Also with Bismuth, is that again, does she have, maybe we can get some answers about Lion, we still don't know what's inside that chest in Lion's mane. We saw the shirt, we know what the shirt's about, we know the picture, we now know Bismuth is coming out, but there's still that locked chest inside Lion's mane, so I'm wondering, when are we going to see that become a major element in the story as well? Anyway, but again, with Bismuth, yeah, you're going to have problems with Lapis there, buddy. You are seriously going to be having problems with Lapis, because you're probably more than likely the one who attacked, you attacked Lapis, and more or less she caused it. Another thing is that unlike Lapis, who was aware of everything, Bismuth has not. She was bubbled in Lion, and it's kind of clear that she's been out of events for a while, whereas Lapis has managed to keep up with current events, even though she was kind of trapped in her own hell of Bismuth's making, or start of it, and Homeworld kind of just helped that thing along. So yeah, unlike Lapis, who was aware of the past 5,000 years, Bismuth hasn't been. And another thing that I want to bring up is that maybe we can shed some light on what Lapis was doing on Earth in the first place, of what Lapis, her thing was, because again, it's very clear that she said that she was supposed to only visit Earth for a short time, and it's kind of clear because of how the other Homeworld gems treated her, and they thought that she was an enemy instead of an ally. I'm kind of thinking, what was she sent on a secret mission by Blue Diamond? And if so, what was that mission, and did Bismuth find out? Furthermore, she did say that she was attacked by someone on her own group. So could it be that Bismuth was a double agent? Maybe that's why Rose locked her up, is that Bismuth turned on them? I don't know. This, we got one answer. It's the typical Steven Universe. We get one question answered, 30, 40, 50 more come out of the woodwork to really make you question it. Remember when we got so many answers and then we're left, what the hell? What? So we're kind of left with one answer and a bunch of questions. That's thank you, Rebecca Sugar. Thank you. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see as to what's going to happen next. All I know is I'm super excited for. If you thought I was excited for Summer of Steven before, I am ultra super mega excited now, more than anything else, for Steven Universe. Also, we're getting an all-singing episode revolving around Greg, apparently, which I'm like, yay! So, yay to that. Anyway, so you guys tell me, what do you think is the deal with Bismuth? Do you think we'll get some answers with Lion? Do you think she did something to earn to be locked up in there? Or does she know something that made her, what was the big thing to make her get locked up in, quintessentially bubbled and put inside Lion's mane? And how do you think Lapis is going to take this? Anyway. So once again, just comment below, let me know what you guys think, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.